What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, I was watching the Breakfast Club earlier, and they posed the question: should a man always let his wife or his woman win the argument, right? And I firmly say, hell no, hell no, we won't go. Absolutely, positively, no. Right? If you, as a man, feel strongly about something and you strongly disagree with your woman, I think you should voice your disagreement and explain why you disagree. Don't just roll with whatever she says, because that's the quickest way for you to be unhappy. If you always just rolling with whatever your wife say, whatever she say go, just so you don't argue with her, that's the quickest way to disrupt your happiness. And I don't just believe in happy wife, happy life. I believe in happy house, happy spouse. Okay? It's mutual happiness is important in a relationship dynamic, not just the woman being happy, not just the man being happy, both individuals being happy and us reaching common ground. And the way for that to reach common ground is for certain conversations to be had even when disagreements arrive. Don't just let the woman roll with it, because society has conditioned men to believe that our happiness does not matter. It's only the woman's happiness that matters. And once the woman is happy, everything else will be peaches and cream. That is not true, right? And a lot of men live by that dynamic, and they just live with the happy wife, happy life, and their woman is happy and they are miserable. And then they go out and they start cheating, doing other stuff. And I'm not making any excuses for infidelity. Infidelity is wrong. Is not okay. But I'm just saying this. I've seen this happen. Now, some men gonna cheat regardless. Some people in general gonna cheat regardless. But I know people who cheat, who have cheated because they were not happy. Things were not going the way that they weren't happy, because they were just letting their wife win arguments and letting her have it, rather than voicing their frustration and voicing their opinion about certain things, and talking about how they disagreed with their woman. You know what I mean? So I don't believe in just letting your woman win the argument just for the sake of her ego. No, man. Sometimes for the betterment of a relationship, not your ego should take a hit. Sometimes you got to put your ego aside, right? Put your ego aside for the person that you love, for the person that you care about. You know what I mean? There are sacrifices in relationships that everybody got to make, right? If you're a gamer, you can't play the game all day long, or your woman gonna be mad, right? If you're a woman, you can't watch all chick flicks all the time. You got to watch some action movies, some sports movies sometime, for a healthy balance in a relationship. If you're a person that only likes R&B music, sometimes you got to let your man listen to the rap music that he likes so he can be cool. If you're a man and you only like rap music, you got to let your woman listen to neo soul or jazz or whatever she like to listen to sometime, just for the balance to be even. You know what I mean? So yeah, it has to be sacrifices, and a part of the sacrifice is, hey, your woman got to realize she can't win every argument. And if you lay out a good argument as far as like why something is, you're not in agreement with something, you should be heard out. You know what I mean? You should be heard out and considered, not just, hey, I'm hearing you just for the sake of just letting you talk, and whatever you say, it don't matter. I'm the woman, it goes. That's what goes. No, right? Previously we lived in a patriarchal society, and for the longest of time, and now I feel like at certain points, a lot of things are geared towards matriarchal society in certain manners, in certain ways. What do I mean by that? Uh, so, for example, I just think about even the way certain things are marketed. I remember Jason Tatum, for example. Jason Tatum always talks about, having his mom, and how his mom was just so there for him so much, etc. Right? To the point where people didn't even know Jason Tatum's father was in his life, because every time he did something for ESPN or for the NBA, he would only talk about his mom all the time, never talk about his dad. And some people feel like that was like, engineered for him to do that. Now, the argument can also be that Jason Tatum had a tumultuous relationship with his father, because his father pushed him so hard in the sport of basketball, and maybe his mother was like his balance, like the grace for him or whatever, right? So I understand it in that aspect, but at the same time, I don't believe Jason Tatum's father was a bad father, and he don't believe that. That's why his father is always at the games all the time with his son Deuce and the mom and all of that, right? His father was probably just trying to hone him to be the best basketball player that he could be. Sometimes that results in being overbearing, right? But I say it all that to say, sometimes we could be we are geared to just acquiesce to whatever the woman says sometimes nowadays, right? And I'm not finna get political and all that on here because I'm just not into politics like that, right? Nor am I going to get chauvinistic on this channel at all. That's not what I'm here for. But I do see it how like a lot of men are conditioned to believe that, hey, the woman is always right, and I've never lived by that. You know what I mean? Because anybody could be wrong. Anybody, male, female, who like we all can be wrong. We all can miss us. We can assess things incorrectly. We can make wrong judgments. Sometimes we can have lapses in yeah, we may not all have discernment, right? And so your spouse or your significant other should always be able to address that and help you in that area or check you in certain areas without it being like, oh, damn, I'm disagreeing with her. Now it's gonna be a problem up in here because I disagree. Now I got hell to pay in this house. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorn, because she's upset that I'm not letting her win this argument. If you got a woman that do not want you to win an argument just because she don't want you to win, you're not with the right woman, right? A woman who really cares about you and love you will hear you out. She will listen to what you got to say and not just take it as, oh, you trying to attack her. Unless you just being disrespectful and cussing at her. Because people can have arguments and disagreements without cursing, without name calling, right? And that's the thing. If it's a healthy disagreement where we ain't cussing each other out and not name calling, you should be able to be heard out without being just dismissed as, hey, I'm the woman and you the man, you don't understand this, and hey, it is what it is. Because I know some men a nice amount of men who let their women win arguments and they really do not agree. And they have valid points, not just chauvinistic stuff, or not just I'm beating my chest caveman style, I'm the man, this is how it goes, shut up. They have valid arguments and valid reasonings behind certain decisions or certain beliefs that they have, right? And they don't want to express it because they're like, oh, my woman gonna be mad if I keep pushing this issue. If I keep talking about this, she gonna be mad. And to keep the peace, they rather just not say nothing, because I don't want to create an argument to where it gets flipped on me and I'm looked at as the bad guy. But sometimes, man, listen, if you got a woman, every time you disagree, she think you the bad guy, she think you evil, she think you mean, she think you being spiteful, you're not with the right woman. You know what I mean? To me, I feel like the person that love you gonna hear you out and take consideration the things that you say, and after you lay everything on the table, can say, okay, I see where you're coming from, or I don't see where you're coming from. Can you expound, etc., man? So no, you should not always let your wife win the argument. That's just my belief.